What's up, y'all? You know what time it is. Frank Bay in the building. Lord Chilaquiles. Boxing will never leave you. Salute. Eric Gomez. Yeah, he's already excited, ready. Inoue, the sushi monster. Yep, it's a big fight week. It's a Ryder card. Looks to be in the middle of the night though. That's the big thing. It's gonna be in Saudi Arabia, but in the morning. So for us, it's going to be starting at 1 in the morning, West Coast time, right? That's a big deal. And yeah, man, who's gonna stay up to watch it? And it's a pay per view. Don't forget, it's a pay per view. So yeah, man, pay per view. Monster Inui, Junto Nakatani on the undercard. Monster Inui will be facing Alan Picasso, a young Mexican undefeated fighter. Nobody's giving him a shot. You know, Lord Chilaquiles, boxing will never leave you. Frank Bay, you know. Are we moving on from the Jake Paul saga? Is it over? I'm kind of over it. I'm over it. It's done. There doesn't seem to be much of Jake Paulina, right? Left. More BC. Thank you. Jose Zendiz versus Edgar Berlanga and Gary Russell versus Andy Hironaka are going to be on the undercard of Garcia Barrios. That's what I'm seeing. There's a lot of rumors. Here's the thing about social media is that, a lot of rumors are pushed. So, especially if it's the PBC, they're not very reliable. We haven't gotten an official announcement for Ryan and Barrios. Barrios said he's still negotiating. The last time we seen him, when he was speaking on Lamont Roach, So, we gotta take all the hype with a grain of salt. It's boxing. Things change around the clock. So until it's signed, sealed, and delivered, we kind of gotta, put caution to the wind. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's the end of the year, man. It's the end of the year. Christmas is a couple of days away. I don't know if you celebrate Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Or what you do. Do you go out? People go to the movies on Christmas. So so what day is that in the week fight? Is the 27th in the middle of the night at 1 a.m. And then it'll be New Year's, and then boxing is slow. I think the first big fight of January is Matthias and Dalton Smith, and we know that almost fell through, right? That was supposed to fall through, but they're gonna fight. Andrew Tate got mauled by through Matador. Thank you. Hit the like, guys. Hit the like. Leave comments too. Hit the like, subscribe, comment. It really helps me out. Andrew Tate got mauled by a girly man. I mean, talk about a girl fight. I mean, that dude was wearing pink gloves. You could tell he was light in the loafers, right? He had a lot of sugar in his tank, and Andrew Tate still got his ass whooped. I mean, I never really followed the guy, but I did watch a little bit of it. It was just sloppy. It was ugly. It was funny. It's like two drunk guys. I seen better girl fights, literally. But it's a clown show. It's a circus, right? I'm here for all of it, though. I don't judge. It's whatever people like. If that's what people like, that's what they like. Some of us like tens and nines, and some of us are torta pounders, and some of us, hunt the twos and the threes. And I've always been a big believer in, and I may lose people on this, but I'd rather have five fives or four sixes, or 3 sevens than 1 10 or 9. Those nines and tens are high maintenance. I'd rather have a good six, torta, not massive, not massive, than one dime I have to give attention to 24/7, and then they leave you high and dry. Facts. Eric Gomez feels me, right? Because you a pimp. You know what I'm saying? You was a pimp, if you understand what I just laid down. We all suspected Andrew had a mangina. Yeah, I mean, he got big talking about the manosphere and, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. That's cool and all, but you're not a man until you respect women. To know women is to love them. You understand that they need attention. They need your attention 24/7. Frank Bain about that shit. I'm about my boxing. You know what I'm saying? Boxing comes first. You know, she gotta wait for the homies. You know what I'm saying? But then when you need bail, your homies ain't there, But your torta, she'll be there with the bail money. She'll be there to pick you up. So, you gotta balance it out, man. But bros before hoes, don't chase them hoes. The manosphere and passport pros always get, yeah, look, man, either you have it or you don't. Either you got game or you don't. It's that simple, man. Either women like you or they don't. Here, all the only advice you need, I should make this a manosphere channel, right? Andrew can enjoy. Exactly. You ain't a man until you appreciate a torta. You know what I'm saying? You're not a man until you had some tortas, till you had the 9s and 10s. You're not a man until you've been through it all, Uh, we've all pounded some mud ducks. I ain't going front, man. Frank, I have a roster full of mud ducks that I would not be proud to show the family. But you're not a man until you've been through that, But yeah, they get played by women because, they're putting their wallet first, You got to be able to walk away from women. You can't chase them. If she don't like you, she don't like you. It's that simple, But the best advice I could give you is brush your teeth, put some breath mints in, get a haircut, change your underwear, smell good. That's like the number one thing all women have told me is like a man can get in them drawers if he smells good. Like that's like 9/10 of the game is smell good. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's just being an animal, right? If you're around a woman and she don't smell good, you're not going to tap it, But some of y'all, I know some of y'all some dirty, nasty dogs and you like that tang on that thing, But anyway, back to boxing, man. Back to boxing. Are we over Jake Paulina? Picasso will outbox Inoue. Inoue gets exposed. For the little Mexican, can the Mexican pull it off? Hygiene. Yeah, man. These motherfuckers got the game twisted. You could have millions. You could have a Lamborghini. You could have a scat pack. You could have bling bling. But if your breath stank, bro, you're going to lose 9 out of 10 women. The tortas, even the 2s and 3s will turn you down if your breath stank. You got dirty fingernails. Your shoes are busted. You feel me? Jake and Bud era over. It didn't even start, right? Like, damn, it's over before it started. But I mean, look, man. I think the fight was fake. It was a fake fight. Like, it wasn't a good fight. Jake Paul didn't come to win. The most desired men in Latin America are Hispanic men born in the U.S. Is that true? I don't know, man. Women, this is why women are fucked up. But that's what I'm saying. To know women is to love them because you love them for how fucked up they are. Because the number one getter of women is bad boys. Super thugs. The little Edgars. Ingenuity, Bud ended y'all. God. He's not my. I don't know why he says he's my god. That's lame. Just that you think any fighter is your god. Maybe Bud Snackford is your god. You know what I'm saying? Lord Chilaquiles, hit the like. Right? But yeah, women love bad boys. They like, why? I'm going to tell you why I learned why women like bad boys. Because they think they can change. They like players and bad boys. If a girl ever calls you a fuck boy, that's a compliment. Believe it or not. Actually, a fuck boy is worse than a player. You know what I'm saying? But a fuck boy, I get that's the new like being called a player. Is being called a fuck boy. It just, you're the girl, you're the guy chicks just want to bang. They don't want a relationship, but they like bad boys and players because they want to change a man. You know what I'm saying? They want to cuck you. Don't get it twisted. But then they end up barefoot and pregnant and the dad's gone, So more power to them. But anyway, is this a boxing show or a manosphere? You guys want to talk about women or boxing? It's both, right? Boxing and beaches. I love my my his nose gets clown on. Yeah. You know what? I mean, more power to him, right? And I don't even think he's Afro. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he's a brother man. You know, he's another man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he got cut. His wife left him for a brother man, and he's here to spread his hate. He just hates the other man. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, the worst thing in the world is self-hate. You gotta love yourself before anything and anybody. Black and white dudes are the most cuck. Um, I don't know. I mean, any man could be cuck. You know, I don't think it's about race. It has a lot to do with culture. Frank, you was right. Inoue fight. Thank you. I'm always right, brother. Nah, I didn't even know. I just didn't even know till it was confirmed. I think by the zone. It was confirmed by the zone. So they want us to buy the motherfucking pay-per-view. It starts at 1 and then it's not till 4 in the morning. Like, what kind of shit? They just think we are stupid. I don't know. Boxing fans, man, I really do feel dumb a lot of times. Like, as a boxing fan, I feel dumb. At least 80% of the time, you know, like the whole Virgil and Jaron Ennis is going back and forth, you know, and it's hard to defend Virgil. You know, his manager's putting out that shit, and you know, it's a fiasco, man. Boxing, it just makes you feel kind of dumb, right? Because you tell your friends about boxing and they don't give a fuck. Salute, hit the like. Shriman Vihabadra, nice name. I believe that's Telk. It was a real fight. Jake listened well to Shakira's. Oh, okay. Advice. AJ got to him. Jake was Opataya. Huh? Both. Oh, okay. I hear you, but look, man. I know that's what people are saying. They're saying it was real because Jake Paulina, fake Paul, got his jaw broke, right? Telk. Yeah, he's a YTBC legend. Salute the brother. Brother man, other man. Let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this. Let me ask you this. Is that proof that it was legit 100% a real fight? Nah, I don't think so. And here's why. Because we know wrestling is fake, you know, but they still get injured. In fact, they do get cut, they do get injured, and that helps sell it as being an actual athletic event. You know, we see these basketball games and football games are rigged. You know, a lot of UFC fights have been fixed and rigged, but they're still getting punched, they're still getting bleeding, because that's what you got to do, right? Like, you will go to prison, right, if it's fake. So you have to make it look as real as possible. I'll give you another example. Magicians, you know, there was a guy named Harry Houdini, right? He did a lot of tricks, but he got injured in a lot of stunts. Remember Jackass? They were doing stunts, but you still get fucked up. It's television, it's entertainment, but you can still get hurt. You know, even in the stunts, you know, Daredevils, and you ever go to the is it Disneyland, and there's a cowboy shootout and they do stunts, they still get hurt. It's fake, but they get hurt. Jay caught AJ with a nice right. AJ was marked up afterwards. Yeah, they have to make it look real. That's what the part that I'm saying is that yes, it's a real fight, but as far as the outcome and how it plays out can still be according to a script. As far as AJ taking it easy on him and letting him carry him. Not Ennis stops those guys. Oh, you guys are talking about Ennis and Ortiz. It's not gonna happen, man. I don't think it's gonna happen. It's too much drama, not enough money yet. But Jake Paul, the reason I don't want to say it's real, that it was 100%, because I don't want to give him credit. I'm seeing a lot of Jake Paul fans, they want to believe 100% that it was 100% real because they want to give him credit. Chicano, I'm still waiting for my ranch, homie. Well, you're going to be like women told me. You're going to be waiting a long time. You know, you ever try to bark up the wrong tree on women? That was one of my things. That was one of my biggest faults. I wasted a lot of time on women that were never going to give it up. And it wasn't like they were particularly fine or good looking. It was just that she said no, you know, that she turned me down. You know, it just makes you want it more, right? The cat and mouse. But then one day I just woke up. I said, man, I have women that are willing to give it up, you know? Why am I wasting time with the one that doesn't? And that's when I woke up and I started having fun. That's when I understand women. Uh, her desire is to be wanted. You understand what I'm saying? Frank Bay Niner is no blue wrench zone. Get used to it. Yeah, man, it's free smoke. It's everybody. Everybody's equal. I don't favor nobody. Nobody favors me. I'm not above anybody. You're nobody here is above anybody. If it was scripted, AJ went against the script because Logan was running his mouth before the sixth, then boom. Okay, I'm trying to follow. If it was scripted, AJ went against the script. Well, yeah, that could have happened. AJ could have went off script. Maybe he didn't like what Jake Paul did, and he said it was time. But look, man, it has to look real. I predicted that Ricardo Salas was gonna knock out Villa and more than. Oh, okay, I remember that. You will probably go eBay Air, huh? I don't know what you mean, brother. Hit the like. Mexican boxing #1, salute. You saw Bud in that jewelry? Yeah, there's another story. He don't pay bills. The man don't pay his bills. It is what it. There's deadbeat people out there. I mean, look, man. I've never walked out on a tab, but I've had bills that I didn't pay, but I eventually paid them. They come after you. You gotta pay your bills. He a criminal. Oh shit, man. That's more just a character thing, right? He just doesn't do good business. I don't give nobody. Understand that nobody has a wrench, dude. Nobody. It's like it's like I said, when you bark up that chick that is never gonna give it up to you. And a lot of women, they'll just tell you, they'll say, I'm never gonna sleep with you. Some women are they're just cold as fuck. There's women I don't know, they're just dead fish. You go for the ones that want you. You'll have a happier life. Go for the women that like you. Too many dudes try to get these Instagram hoes, Twitter hoes, all these hoes on social media, and they got hundreds and thousands of dudes. Keep it up, channel growing. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Hope so, man. It's for the people, by the people. Lord Chilequiles. Hit the like though. That'll really help me. And the comments. You guys always commenting. Keep it going. So, the Jake Paul thing, man. They're saying he's never coming back though. More and more people are saying he's not coming back because that jaw thing. Paulie saying he's not coming back. A lot of the media saying that shit, that the broken shit is legit. When Bud fans come here hating, it is. Look, man, that's what I'm here to do, right? I'm here to get people talking. As long as you're talking, I'm talking. Because if you guys didn't say shit, I would have nothing to say. It's like a battery, right? The negative and the positive. Do you guys remember a movie called Stand and Deliver and Edward James Olmos? Jaime Escalante. A negative plus a negative equals a positive. A positive and a positive equals a negative. And then you just repeat that over and over, right? You drill it in people. But it's the same thing, right? We feed off each other. So without you, there's no me. And without me, you guys could be anywhere. But we keep the boxing conversation. So yeah, I'm not gonna glaze this motherfucker. So more DC, always interesting comments. He's truly against the grain. I noticed that. He's not a hater though. Some people are haters. They just love to hate. Boots and Crawford are terrified of Fedora, Mortales, and Fedora. I don't know, man. It's hard to say who's afraid of who. I really don't know. You understand what I'm saying? I really don't know. It's about the money, man. It's about the money, man. Show me the money. If you pay these guys enough, they will fight. But I do believe they are protecting the O. But see, with Fedora, he doesn't need to protect the O. But with Jaron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz, they are, kind of protecting the O. Yeah, Boots doesn't want to fight, and Ryder, he knows that's a real fight. That motherfucker don't want to fight anywhere. Is Bay Area block him, dog? More BC, he's been chill. He's not said any racial shit or said any dumb shit. The only one who said dumb shit is Ingenuity. But I appreciate you, man. Hit the like, Chicano. I appreciate you. Either way, you know. I appreciate it. Any comment is helpful. It all goes into the pot. You know what I'm saying? We're all in this together. That's the thing about life, right? Especially with the holidays, is we're all in it together. Especially this boxing shit. Even like, even the buttholes and they call them canalitas, the benavides. We're all in it together because one would not exist. One could not exist without the other. You know, that's a secret to life, right? Is that no matter what bad happens, something good is gonna happen. I know that sounds fucked up, but especially with good things, right? Nothing is meant to last forever. So when something good happens, appreciate it because you know something bad is gonna happen around the corner. You know, it's just the ebb and flow of life, right? And it helps us learn and grow. And that's like boxing, right? You know, guys take a loss and they come back better. You know, but especially this boxing chitter chatter, the back and forth. You know what I'm saying? We got the buttholes, the canalitas, you know, you got the Jerron Ennis fans and you got the Virgil Ortiz fans, you know, and we're all just fighting, right? We're all just going at it tooth and nail. But we all work in the same environment. Dang, if Picasso does it, that would be the biggest upset in boxing history. I think the odds are 60-1. Is it 60? Is it that much? I mean, they're giving this guy Picasso no chance. Does anybody give him a chance? I'm not even asking if you think he's gonna win, but is he given a chance? And why would you buy a pay-per-view if he doesn't have a chance? I mean, look, he's young, he's undefeated, he's coming to fight. He's not a back foot bitch. See, that's the other thing, is he's not a back foot bitch. And that's the other thing about Monster Inoue. He hasn't really had to fight a back foot bitch, you know? Like Canelo has had to fight. You know, Inoue's good at matchmaking, right? He fights guys that come forward. He's fighting Mexicans because he knows they come to fight and it'll make him look good. You know, the only time you really look bad is against a back foot bitch, like William Skull and Canelo, you know? No, Picasso's getting smoked. Bones loves the hate. Love the energy, Bones. See, but we need that. We need the Bones hate. Evil Green, what's up, boo? Salute. Thank you. Hit the like. I think so. He is way bigger than Inoue, and he fights 126 pounders. He's a big boy. He's a big boy, but I think his last fight, he really didn't look too good. You know, he's stuck. Picasso is stuck in this. He kind of doesn't know what he wants to be. Does he want to be a front foot, slug it out Mexican fighter, or he wants to kind of box? I'm not hating, I'm speaking facts, nigga. That's what I said. I said you come with the smoke. Some call it hate, some call it smoke. I call it smoke. It ain't hate. It ain't hate. I don't think anybody hates. The only time people hate is when they say that the ignorant, you know, things, you know, the ignorant stuff, you know, whether it's racial or homophobic or something like that, you know. That's what the hate is. You know, hate is when you hate on somebody because of their color, their skin, or their orientation that you don't like, just because you don't like. But if I say I don't like so-and-so boxer, that's not hate. You know, but what I do think is hate is that they call, like, let's say, like Virgil Ortiz, right? Is he's a duck. That's hate to me. And I'm going to tell you why. Because factually, he has not officially ducked. There's been no offers. There's been no contracts. But we do know for certain, for fact, Jerron Ennis did turn down actual money. Biggest purse, like $6 million, they said. So that's actual factual hate. I don't like... I'm a hater, I guess. Oh, well, see, that's different, man. Look, man, we're all in this together. You know what I'm saying? I try to respect everybody. I do. I try to respect everybody, regardless of who they are or what they are, you know? But, you know, you're allowed. That's why it's America, right? Or if you live in wherever you live and it's freedom of, what is it? Freedom of religion. Freedom of speech. You're allowed to hate. You are. You're allowed to hate. But don't get mad if it affects, your job or your family. People are losing their careers out here getting played on social media showing these outbursts. So, you need to be careful. That's one thing I learned, man, is I try to keep it pretty even for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Why would you call yourself Bay Area if you live in the suburbs of Phoenix? Okay, that's a different. Lorenzo Simpson got his ass whooped against Vladimir Hernandez. That guy Vladimir is like a tough ass journeyman though, isn't he? Another thing that's going on is this WBC tourney. Are you guys watching this Super Grand Prix WBC tourneys? Nah, I'm in Mexico right now. Merry Xmas, mother. Yeah, exactly. Merry Xmas. And I appreciate your orientation, but it's just it's Merry Xmas now, like, because not everybody believes the same thing. And that's just understanding, America's a melting pot and everybody has different beliefs. But yes, Merry Xmas, man. Happy holidays, and there's a big fight. So that's what I'm saying. Boxing will never leave you, you know what I'm saying? Like the basketball, the baseball's over. Basketball sucks. Don't nobody watching anymore. Football, half the teams are out of it. Most of the games are meaningless. But boxing never leaves you. It's Christmas and we got a big card. Hating on anybody, anything, but don't hate on chilaquiles. Like, how could you hate on chilaquiles or tortas? Like you're just a bitter man if you hate on chilaquiles. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get no pussy. If you hate on, I know you don't get any pussy if you hate on chilaquiles. Because Frank Bay gets his. Trust me, Frank Bay gets up in it. And then after she make me a plate of chilaquiles. Now, then you feel like a king. You don't even have the money to be a king, It's a state of mind. You a king if you got the state of mind of a king, Are you happy what happened to Paul? Absolutely 100,000%. Delay. Like, what was he supposed to do? Beat Anthony Joshua? And then have all these weirdos talking about boxing ain't shit? Because that's what would have happened. I had chorizo torta this morning. That sound hella good. Do you have it with papas? Chorizo's best with papas. Crispy. I like them diced. That was my grandma's specialty. With the flour tortilla. Some chorizo. I haven't had some chorizo in a long time. Pause. Man, my chick one time tried to give me soy chorizo. I never hit her, but I almost did. Could you imagine your BZ giving you soy chorizo? That's the new shit. You know what I'm saying? I need my shit like from the tapatilla, man. Almost, with that smell. Jake got his rude awakening. It wasn't even a rude awakening. It was what was always going to happen. It was just a matter of time, because remember that the Stanquita fight fell. The Stanquita fight fell through, so he had no choice but to fight Anthony Joshua. I wanted him to go to sleep in the ring. I'm not satisfied, but oh well. Well, he got his jaw broken. Cloudy Boxing, Frank Bay, thank you. Hit the like, guys. Oh, you mean for a dirt nap? Yeah, that's a little brutal, man. I don't want to see that. Maybe Jake can fight Tate now they both coming off a loss. Yeah, I think the Jake Paul era is over. It's over, man. It's over. It's over. It's over. We got to just accept the Jake Paul era has come and it has gone. Because you got to think about it, man. Netflix is never going to put him on again. Unless it's like Canelo or Snackford. I'm hearing Conor McGregor. Somebody said John Jones, but the era of him, basically like this. He made his name picking on scrubs, right? Retired MMA guys, 60-year-old Mike Tyson. Basically guys who couldn't fight back. That's how he really got to where he was, right? And then he gets a shitload of cash on his way out. But nobody's going to fund that again. Unless they're going to do these like Triller pay-per-views but Netflix is not paying for nothing but a big motherfucking name. So he's going to get even beat up worse. But his jaw's permanently fucked up. If it's true. His jaw is done, man. He's not coming back from that. So the Jake Paul era is over. What's he gonna fight Tommy Fury again? But as I'm saying, to the level and the money these guys want, he was, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they funded it. The Zone, all these people gave him, a couple millions of dollars in promotion, and this was the cash out. They're not gonna do it again, is my prediction, unless he wants to fund it himself. But I don't think the hype is gonna be there. People look like it'll be 2 years till he comes back, right? And people move on. Jake Paul will be forgotten about in 2 years. We've already forgotten about Bud Crawford. What was that last week? Who's doing any more lives or videos about it anymore? Even as big as buttholes. Is anybody talking about it anymore? The Jake Paul shit completely overshadowed him. Two black man destroyed white boy. Oh, you make no sense, bro. I don't think you even graduated. I think you're just being funny, and I like it. I like it if it's funny. The key to life is being funny. I don't think I'm that funny. I think I can be funny. There's people funnier than me, obviously. But like doing these lies, talking boxing, you gotta a lot of humor in it. There's some people out there, they take themselves way too seriously. Now, I'm not gonna name names, but you probably already know because I've showcased them. I've talked about them. They're just take things way too seriously. You ever notice that? Like some people, they just take the boxing shit way too serious. You gotta have a lot of fun with it, and yourself. Like Frank Bay, I don't take myself too seriously. Jake can fight the gay dude that bullied Tate. That would be funny. That would be, look, he can do the circus fights, but he wants people to pay for it. He wants other people to pay for it. That's the big difference. You understand what I'm saying? Jake Paul is more interested about money than the competition. He's a YouTuber. He's like a daredevil. You know what I'm saying? Boxing, not so serious. It's 100%. Now, the fights are serious. Yes, we take it serious. You can bet money and win. But as far as talking about it, doing lives, doing videos, listening to content creators or people that do boxing content, I can't really fuck with somebody that takes themselves too seriously. You know what I'm saying? They talk at you, telling you what you need to think and hear and learn. Me, I try to just give you my opinion, my take, and I'm gonna get picks wrong. I'm gonna get picks wrong. I might just go for Picasso just because I want to see the Mexican win. I might say I'm gonna pick Picasso. Fuck it. I want to see an upset. Maybe Junto Nakatani gets upset. Bro, getting a pick is not the end of the world. But everybody thought they were a fucking genius because they picked Budhole. All these phonies. Oh, they all of a sudden they know everything about boxing because they picked Budholio. You know what I'm saying? That's like the corniest clown shit I've seen yet. Is you're a boxing genius because you picked Budhole. And then we'll see that with the Tiafimo Shakira. Everybody's gonna think they're a boxing genius because they picked Shakira. I dropped the link, fellas. So we got the Inoue fight in the headlines. People are talking about Virgil Ortiz lost his pin. What else? I asked you guys about the WBC Grand Prix and nobody said a damn thing. There's been a lot of boxing and none of y'all motherfuckers gave a fuck. You know what that tells me? That tells me that Canelo's the face of boxing. Does that make sense? Because motherfuckers, 1 second. Now, that's what I'm saying. We talk about we love boxing and we're boxing hardcores and we don't have favorites. But there's a lot of boxing going on and nobody talks about it. You watched the Grand Prix, but it was good. Okay, yeah, but it was 6 a.m, so I don't blame myself. Sorry about my voice, guys. I'm not watching the Grand Prix. Well, it's like 10 hours on the Zone is putting them out. It's 10 hours, but it's 6. I want to watch a live fight. I told you that last time Brandon Mosquera won the Grand Prix. Yeah, but they do it at 4 hours. Is that, am I tripping, or is that what I seen on my feed? It's like they put them in 4 hour chunks, and I have to go through. Like, just give me the 6 minute clips and the highlights. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to watch an event. I want to sit down, put it on, Netflix, put it on Prime, and then I watch 60 minutes, and I watch a bit of the undercard. I'm old school like that. The Grand Prix is over. But tell me if I'm tripping about the Grand Prix, right? About boxing media. If you're on X or Twitter, Instagram, or on YouTube, everybody was talking about, oh my God, they were glazing Butthole because he dumped the WBC. Everybody was like, fuck the WBC, right? 1 second, man. Damn. Sorry, man. My voice is breaking up. But yeah, 1 second, Shiram Telk. Give me 1 second, bro. Let me just finish this thought. I'm gonna bring you on. Everybody was hating on the WBC, but now all of a sudden, all these fighters are getting prized. They're getting like $100,000 checks because of the WBC, and that just shows you like the hypocrisy of boxing fans and media, right? Everybody was shitting on it, but now all of a sudden the WBC is great and these fighters are great, right? Okay, you're on, Telk, if that's the real Telk.
Facts.
What's up, brother?
I'm just waiting for Picasso to end this hype train on the 27th, bro. How's it going?
Are you betting on it?
My religious beliefs prevent me from.
Oh, okay. My bad. I didn't know. I did not know that. But if you could, you would. Is that what you're saying? Hello?
If I could, I'd say Picasso is gonna freaking expose this clown. Easy money.
So you're advising the people to bet on it.
I'm advising the people to choose who they want to choose, man. If they want to be an Inoue fanboy, they aren't Rasta.
Damn,
that's all I gotta say.
You coming with the spiciness. So you are not an Inoue fanboy. That's what I'm gathering.
Oh, not at all, man. Not at all. I think Inoue is a freaking hype job. He hasn't fought anybody of note recently, so I'm just looking forward to Picasso outpointing him, slapping him up real good, and teaching this Japanese fighter a boxing lesson for all the Rasta.
Oh shit!
And all the Aztec warriors and all the evil warriors, bro.
Okay, so you think Inoue's a bum bashing hype job?
Oh, most definitely, bro.
Damn.
When was the last time he fought a? When was the last time he fought an older or younger opponent bigger than him?
Salute, Bivol the Executioner. Hit the like, guys. Okay, I just seen something interesting. It's gonna. I don't know. Inoue's kind of fucking up here because I just seen something. I'm gonna bring it to the screen. Mute your mic for me while I play this. Telk. I'm gonna show you. Inoue's talking spicy. Let's.
これバムですね。わかる。ファン、いや別にファンではない。面白い。バムの話は面白い。これバムですね。わかる。ファン、いや別にファンではない。面白い。バムの話は面白い。
Damn, he just said. Did you guys catch that? Yes, this is Bam.
Fan? Yeah, it's fanではない.
Fan? No, I'm not a fan. Damn, Inoue coming with the heat.
面白い。
That's interesting.
His fighting style.
まあ階級が合えば、バムが上げてきて、タイミングが合えばもちろんそれは。
Okay, so they're trying to line it up. All right, Telk, you can unmute. You can speak again.
Yeah, man, Bam, if he would just become undisputed, man, he'll get more respect. Yeah, but if he tries to fool the people like he did at 112, how he was the best in the division, and he just moves on without becoming undisputed, he's a freaking joke, and he wouldn't be ready for an Inoue and a Nakatani or anything like that. They would knock him spark out.
Well, that's the other thing is that this fight is supposed to set up that super fight between Junto Nakatani and Monster Inoue. But you think Picasso they're underestimating him? Is that what I'm hearing?
It's pretty obvious they're underestimating him. They're not paying attention that it's a boxing match and that there's 12 3-minute rounds that still need to be fought.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, but Picasso's unproven. We have to be honest. He's. What do you see in Picasso that people are not seeing?
He has a better record than Inoue, first of all.
Okay.
Right? So it's like Inoue's just sitting up there fighting his little easy work fights. And Picasso's gonna show him what a real young fighter is about to do, bro. He's gonna bring that raza. He's gonna bring that fuego. He's gonna bring la cañón.
That's what's up. I'm happy, man. I haven't spoken to anybody or heard anybody talk about Picasso like that. Cause like I don't even think he's in any of the promotions, any of the posters. You know, like right here, Undisputed Inoue, right? I think he has he's defended 5 times. What about Bones? You got some heat for Bones because he's saying Picasso can't crack an egg and has the fame of a 14-year-old girl. Now, Telk, are you gonna let that shit slide? Telk, are you still there? Telk is feeding the animals. I think I heard him. We lost Telk. Damn, he didn't have no smoke for Bones. See, Bones be hating. Oh, it's not hate. He comes with the smoke. So we do have somebody that believes in Picasso, right? What is Picasso's record? I know he's like 25 and something. Oh, I seen this soft ass shit. This motherfucking weenie. Now this is the shit that I will hate on. This. All right. You're there. You're back. Hello. All right. Well, he's still muted.
Yeah. What's up? What's up?
What's up? I was gonna say, are you gonna respond to Bones? He has smoke for you. He says Picasso can't crack an egg and has the frame of a 14-year-old girl. Okay, he's not responding.
Yeah, and tell Bones that he's not raza.
What?
He's
not.
He's a self-hating Mexican, bro.
Damn. Okay, no punches pulled. What about you?
Yeah, when he outboxes Inoue, I'm just gonna sit back and I'm just gonna watch, and I'm gonna troll every single Inoue fanboy, and open up Inoue fanboy coping services after the fight. I will be live to listen to all the Inoue coping.
Lonzo, what up? David Picasso struggling against the guy who smoked Luis Neri. Telk is a failed boxer and a failed low-tier troll. Damn, why they got so much smoke for you, dude? Why you hating on my boy Telk, man?
Yeah, these boys are light work, bro. They just can't handle. See, they're showing their insecurity by showing out right now. See, I'm getting to them. I got them wrapped around my finger.
Okay, I fuck with that. Yeah, man. Picasso only famous for sending his thugs to intimidate Neri. Is that true, Matador? Or like, what are you referring to? I've never heard that. Telk got exposed. Okay, I guess you guys got some internet beef. Telk got exposed by K. I have no idea what that's about, but
yeah, right, bro. Yeah, right. She didn't.
I don't get into the internet beef. Let's keep. I'm gonna talk boxing, but I'm gonna switch gears for 1 second. I came across this. Can you guys see the screen? Our favorite boxer, right? Shakir Twitterson. Steven says he is only fighting Keyshawn for $500 million. Why am I fighting my brother, someone that I love? Okay, come on. This is wild. When that can fuck up our relationship. Who talks like that? What dude talks about our relationship?
I've never said that. Maybe because he's looking for that man love. You know, Shakur's got that man love going on. All them people going to them Diddy parties, having man love behind the scenes. But have
you ever said that about any of your friends? If you was asked about a friend, did you ever say anything about our relationship when talking about another man?
Yeah, that sounds like he was involved with some man love.
I mean, I might say that's my boy. Like, y'all got my boy twisted, but I would never say, oh, you know, me and Mexican boxing's relationship is different. Like, I would never say no shit about me and boxing one having a relationship. I've never in my life said that about no other man. Let's listen. This is sus.
Yeah, like I understand. Like,
I gotta mute your mic.
Know somebody's relationship with somebody.
Yeah, I've been seeing that online. People coming at you for saying that you won't fight Keyshawn.
Yeah, I just don't understand it. Like, I get.
Okay, I want to point something out. You see how fucking slow they are? Why do they have this like delay, this slowness about it? Even the interview is like, yeah, I heard about your relationship, and then he's thrown off. You tell he's lying because he's trying to make something up.
How you feel when you don't know somebody's relationship with somebody, but if this is my brother,
you see look at his face when he's doing it. Yeah, he's thinking what Mexican boxing? Oh shit, damn it. He's thinking BS. He's gonna say Frank. Yeah, no, it's just weird, but sorry, Tell, give me 1 second.
Yeah, I just don't understand it. Like, I get how you feel when you don't know somebody's relationship with somebody, but if this is my brother, my right hand man that I look at, why am I putting on the show in front of y'all people? What am I fighting my brother for in front of the world? And that could fuck up our relationship.
Okay, I'm done. He said that could fuck up our relationship. Bro, you're a man. You don't have a relationship with another man. Right? Like, if it's your blood brother, that's different. Because I have a relationship with my blood brother, right? Okay, Tell, you can
yeah. About Shakur
my bad.
here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the thing about Shakur here is he's showing that he's involved with this man love stuff, all that Diddy party stuff, and you know, he's a cheat because he's with Snack, and any fighter that's with Snack is a cheat. So that's all I really got to say about Shakur.
Yeah, man, I've never heard no dude talk about a relationship unless it's your blood brother. Then that's different, you know. But this type of shit is just weak, and they get away with it, man. And the media, they'll be like, oh yeah, that's respectable. Yeah, that's a good one. You know,
definitely a wrong choice of words for Shakur. He should have said like, you know, my boy and I, we've been through a lot, and I'm not gonna compromise what we have, bro, for all this other bullshit. That's all I would have said. You know what I mean? But Shakur saying this shit about relationship and all this other crap, nah, bro, that's some gay shit.
Can you keep talking? Give me 1 second.
Yeah, Shakur's some easy work. Eventually he'll be easy work. People thinking that he's Floyd Mayweather 2.0 and all this other shit. Yeah, right, bro. You know, Shakur, he's good to get decisions after running around the ring the whole entire fight. But the only people he's stopping, bro, are electricians and fighters who don't even train 2 hours a day. So, I mean, let's just be honest about Shakur. He's eventually gonna go up into a weight where he's going to get brutally exposed. If he thinks what happened to Cameron,
keep talking, cuz give me like 2 minutes, all right?
If he's thinking about Cameron being a tough fight, I mean, there's some real ones, bro, that'll freaking pelt his ass. And I think Teofimo is the man to do it. Yeah, Shakur's not on that level, bro. He cried like a baby after losing gold and all this other shit, when he should have just went up to the judges and say, I want to appeal the decision, respectfully. But he was over there like, oh my god, I'm having a robbed. Man, fuck that shit. And the same thing goes to freaking Mayweather, too. You know who won the gold medal in 96 when Floyd lost in the semifinals to Todorov? A freaking Muay Thai fighter / kickboxer, Samla Kamsing, bruh. A freaking kickboxer is more skilled than the so-called TB, bruh. You still there, Frank?
Then you still there, Telk?
Yeah, I'm still here, man. I actually got a live stream to do, man. I'm doing my show over there. It's about Picasso to expose Inoue. Check it out. I'm about to head over there right now. I got the stream to start up, so much respect. Just wanted to stop in and say a piece.
Oh, okay, right on.
And have a blessed day, bro.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Give me 1 second, guys. If you guys could hold up for 1 second. Damn. All right, my bad. Thank you. Shit. Hopefully people are still here. Sorry about that, man. I had to do something real quick. But Telk was cooking. He's going for a Picasso. Bam only fights old smaller men. Shit, man. What he's in the division, what he's supposed to do? He has the undisputed up next. Um, but I don't think he should fight Inoue. Do you guys think he has a chance against Monster Inoue? Does Bam Rodriguez have a chance against Monster Inoue? What do you guys think? Is that a fight? Well, shit. I mean, Monster Inoue has problems though, doesn't he? He has Junto Nakatani problems. Sergio Mendoza beats Bam too. The best up and coming Mexican Chicano boxers are above 140. He has a lot of bigger. Not now. He too small. Yeah, he needs to go up to 118. I mean, they're trying to rush him into a Monster Inoue fight. You know what it is? They want to get him beat. I think they want to get Bam Rodriguez beat because he gets so much clout. Nakatani destroys Bam. Damn, you don't give Bam no shot. He is smaller though, and you know what he did? He's had a broken jaw. He's been dropped. Who did he get dropped by? Damn. Oh my gosh. He got dropped by El Gallo, right? He got up, but you know, it's not a good look. I mean, I knew he gets dropped, right? It happens. But we're talking about if he's a smaller guy and he's going up in those weights, you know, that's not a good look. Nakatani's resume just aged really bad. You know, to be honest, like Nakatani's a good fighter, but who is he really beat though? Yeah, Bam will lose to a Mexican if he keeps fighting the best. Eventually, right? I mean, but the reality is his competition. He really doesn't have much competition at the weight class that he's at. Inoue kind of cleaned out those divisions before him, right? So as far as it goes, Bam is fight two, fights men who are 5'1" with no power and over 30. Damn, you be just love that hate. Bones be coming with the straight hate. Bam, yeah, he a part of Snack. Yeah, he is. He's a part of Snack, and I love it. He should do more. Yeah, 118 is gonna be fire. Well, that's what you do as a great champion. You know, your job is to keep going up. That's what the fans expect. You know, the fans, you know, they said Triple G was great, Marvin Hagler was great, you know, but a lot of those guys, they just stayed at the same weight class. Like these Charlos, they just stayed at 154. You know, it's kind of a knock that if you just stay at one weight class your whole entire career, you know, and you just bum bash. There's only so many great fighters in each division, you know. Like, look at 154. You have a lot of great fights and fighters. But after 5 or 6, you know, there's a significant drop-off in talent and name. The kid is a monster. He only 23. Who? Bam? No, Bam is older, right? That's not who you mean, right? The Mexicans at 118 destroy Bam easily. Bam might even duck 118 entirely. Well, you guys got a lot of smoke for Bam. No love. He could have easily just stayed. He could easily stay where he's at right now and just beat up everybody, right? He has to get some credit for moving up. Not guy at 115. Y'all hear Frank? Oh, that guy? I'm not sold on him. I mean, if you're talking about the highlight knockout reel, I don't know, man. You know, everybody's praising Bam. He's the guy right now. He's the man. You know, they're talking about him and Inoue. But I honestly, man, I don't think he's ready for that. He'd need a fight at 118. It's hard to say the names at 118, you know. You know, it's a lot. You know, Bam only wants big fights. You know, I think he wanted the undisputed at his weight class that he is now. He wants undisputed, but the guy Maloney's like not taking step aside money, so he might move up. But 118 is a big jump for him, man. He's a small guy. But he could easily stay where he's at. You know, there's really no rush or need for him to push forward. What do you think of Chop Chop? Not impressed. He's good, but there's a lot of holes. There's not a lot of variation. He has a lot to prove still. Bam has a very deportable looking face. And he said he want. Oh my God! You didn't finish your sentence. I don't even. But he's not like an Indio looking dude. He looks American. I think you're onto something, but you're kind of off. Right? Is anybody buying this pay-per-view? This Japanese pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia? Oh, because he said he wasn't Mexican. So you're gonna hold that against him just because he said that? That's fucked up. I don't really care about weight classes under 118. Well, most people don't. Most people do not pay attention, and why should they? If you're really honest, it's like, to be honest with you though, like to be real though, it's not a lot of names. Like straight up, it's just not. And it's traditionally like that, you know? Like, man, like I don't even pretend to know every damn boxer. Like, you know, it's hard to keep up with every single damn name. Well, I'm gonna give you an example, right? I'm gonna show you. Bam is Indio as a I don't think he looks like Indio. Like he's not dark and 4 feet, you know? He's not dark. He looks like American. He dresses American. He looks American. He's as American as apple pie. You're just being a hater. Bones, you just got smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, chill out, bro. Cut Bam some slack. He looks like a no sabo. Bro, like, you know, they're still American. They're still, you know, racially Mexican or Latino, you know. Everybody can't be everything to everybody, you know. But I understand. You know, he shouldn't have said that. If he did say that, he shouldn't have said that. That was really stupid. If you ask me, it was really dumb for him to say that. Well, I don't know why he would say that. If he did say that, then yeah, you know, it is fuck him. Because, like, you shouldn't say that. Bam is 5'2", brown, Indio, straight hair. He looks more Mexican than Mexican in Mexico. It was dumb, yeah. Well, you know, we could go all day with saying, you know, saying who's more Mexican or who's more what. Every race does that, right? Black people, that's like, if you're light skinned, you're not black enough. And white people, if you're dark, then you're not white enough. You know, everybody, we're all in the same boat, right? It's like Henry Cejudo vibes. Yeah, but he was an Olympian, right? So he had a reason to. With Bam, he was an Olympian. It wasn't like Oscar where he wants to identify with the gringos, you know, and the Mexicans. You know, he wants to kind of be a gringo, you know. And that's where the hate comes in. Because Oscar, remember, you guys, the same thing was said about Oscar De La Hoya, right? Is that he wasn't Mexican enough. So, you know, it's all the same, man. It's all the same. People say the same thing. You can't please everybody. You're either not Mexican enough, you're not American enough. It's the same shit everywhere. Bones, damn, you got heat today, huh? I fuck with it though. Look, you feel how you feel, right? You feel how you feel, and can't nobody change your mind. I respect that. Because if he did say that, I'd be pissed off. That's what happened in the main event on Pro Box. The trash talk. I'm not sure what you're referring to. But I ask you guys, man, hit the like, Lord Chilaquiles. Jaime Munguia and Mikael are also Indios. Yeah, but Jaime Munguia is not like 4'11". There's like scales on that also, right? Like he's a big dude. And Miguel Bercha is a big dude. Between Cardenas and Robles said to Cardenas, oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, look, we it's the same story, right? It's the same story to the end of time. You're not enough of something to somebody. You know, frame base not gonna be for everybody, you know. And I'm okay with that. We gotta be okay with being not enough. You know, you're never gonna be, that's the saying, you're never gonna be everything to everybody. And that's just something we have to accept. But on that note, guys, it's been about an hour. It wasn't gonna be a long live. My bad about the interruption, but I'm gonna jam out of here. I'm gonna give some shots out. Thank you, everybody. Hit the like. Lord Chilaquiles, you know, boxing will never leave you. Just wanted to do a quick breakdown of Inoue. You know, if you guys are gonna buy it, what you think. I'm probably gonna try to do something later. We'll have a longer session, you know, maybe a video or two. You know, the Jake Paul saga is over. Nobody cares about Crawford anymore. So, you know, there should be more to talk about coming up. But I'll drop it then. Thank you, everybody. Mexican Boxing, more BC. Bones, Bulbous, Matador, always coming with the smoke. Chicano. Telk was here rocking out. Alfredo Contreras, thank you. Everybody, hit the like. Frank Bay Boxing. Lord Chilaquiles, boxing will never leave you. And yeah, man. Peace.